It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets getting set to match up with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers begin the game with the basketball. James to Danny Green. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets. Barton to Millsap. Shot from the lane won't go. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Nikola Jokic at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play on the first possession of the game. LBJ has it. To Kyle Kuzma. Count the basket at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game.
Jokic to Will Barton. Here's a chance from long range. Good contest. Barton misses. LeBron into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. He gets it. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Paul Millsap missed his first. That one goes.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
James tosses. From the painted area, won't go down. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Anthony Davis at the line for two shots. For his career, 79% at the line. First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen. They go to Jokic down low. And look out.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
To Kyle Kuzma.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Davis to Cousins. Going to launch beyond the arc. Missed it. Murray with it. 2-point advantage. To Jokic. Screen coming. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Beyond the arc for 3. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Driving right to the basket. LeBron James, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Murray into the front court. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Nikola Jokic against Cousins. Slam dunk, Will Barton.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. LeBron into the front court. Just under a minute to go in a low-scoring first quarter of play. Nothing going here on that drive. James to Kyle Kuzma. Down to 5 on the 24. James, no good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
2 points. The assist from number...
It's James controlling the offense. Here comes the screen. LeBron James wants it. LeBron James, 3 for 4. Good start.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
End scores on the step back. Unguardable Jay. Desperation shot here from half court. We played a quarter here on Valentine's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
LBJ with it. To Cousins. Jokic to Millsap. Down low Jokic. Nikola Jokic. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Old school equals high percentage.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Can't connect. Danny Green to James. Here comes the screen. Try from the baseline, but it won't go down. Another follow, still no good. Murray with the basketball, up by 6. To Millsap. Oh, Millsap. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LBJ. Surveys the floor. Goes reverse to lay it in.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
To Millsap. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
James into the front court. Down 8. And the rebound taken down by Jokic. Murray into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Trying to cash in, add 2 points to the board.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Jokic. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Across the timeline comes James. Margins 8. Goes to the left side. Danny Green. They'll get it down to Davis. And the rebound belongs to Denver. Wide open look won't go. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We are at halftime with the Nuggets out in front. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Nuggets certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible job of adjusting to the flow of the game. They're also lacking effort in their execution.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Nuggets have the possession. Curling inside. LeBron James swats it. They've got it back. Davis to James. Anthony Davis. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Jokic sizing up Cousins. Screen coming. Jokic to Millsap. And the Lakers clear. LeBron with it up top. The deficit is 6. They go down to Davis. Able to convert inside.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Jokic. To Millsap. Denver with 4 to shoot. Millsap to Will Barton from long range. Won't go down. Davis to Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
To Will Barton. Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. James. Short jumper stays out. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Denver's got it. To Jokic. Takes stock of the floor. Oh, Nikola Jokic. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
James to Cousins. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Murray with it. Leads a bucket. To Jokic. And he drains it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Has a look. Not that time. Nuggets with the basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Nikola Jokic trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The Nuggets in front. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Barton. Los Angeles has the basketball. Good. Off a spin.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Jokic to Millsap. Jokic. And that's rebounded by Kuzma. LeBron into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Davis to James. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Runners good there.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Murray into the front court. Up by 3. Right down Broadway. 4-2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Defense, let's go.
Davis to Kyle Kuzma. James to Kyle Kuzma. Down low, Boogie. DeMarcus Cousins looking good. 4 for 5.
This coach must have had said some pretty intense words in the locker room to this individual, because we're really seeing a different player so far in the second half.
To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic to Will Barton. 5 on the shot clock. To Will Barton. 4-3. Good contest. Barton misses. James into the front court. His guys down 3. To Danny Green. Here comes the screen. Davis gets it in the left corner. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma. Great defense, forcing the miss. Martin into the front court. Leads 3. Count the basket inside.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
They go to Jokic, down low. No, I missed a short one there. To James. Danny Green to Davis. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down for 3. Oh, LeBron James. Not much more the defense could have done. He hits the contested 3.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Jokic in a matchup with Boogie. Has a chance. The shot by Murray, no good.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Now they get the intentional foul, and this one not over yet. 2 huge free throws coming up in a 2-point game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Oops, he missed the first one. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. Deep three at the buzzer. Knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Nikola Jokic with a chance at a 4-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Got it from the line. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Nuggets who come away victorious as they just squeak this one out by a point. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Nuggets took this down to the wire before getting the win. The statistic that seemed to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. They definitely put in the effort down low, but it ultimately wasn't enough to turn the tide in their favor. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense, but still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.